Just dancing for a whole hour. Welcome back to it. It's TrendingSA on SABC3. It's almost 11:30, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, probably almost 11:30, but you know what it is. It is your number one channel. You love it. It's SABC3. Our guests tonight are young South Africans doing incredible things. But before I get to them, I'm sure you're wondering where Tabile and Guli went. Well, we sent them out to go fetch water, because it's about to get a little bit hotter. Now, if you're familiar with the Joburg party scene, then you'll have no doubt about these guys. They run a little brand that you might have heard of called Untill Until. And listen, this brand has done such amazing things. They've taken the experience of going out and partying to a whole new level. And of course, they've brought us events such as Genesis All Black, as well as Pajama Party. Tonight, we delve deeper into what this is, what exactly it's about, and what it takes to be an entrepreneur. Now, I did say that not all 70,000 million of them are here, but we have 3 of them joining us in studio tonight, and we're going to talk all things entertainment and of course all things in the entertainment sphere. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only and third, because we only brought 3, it is Untill Until.
Show me if you got it. Matter of fact, you can show me the deposits. We gon' get it everywhere, to be honest. Until we flying on the lair at the continent. We run the north side and the south. That nigga straight up acting like it's Hollywood. And we gon' feed them every Friday like it's Shabbos. Put the dot up on your head like red bottoms. Ain't no complaints. We can leave when we want on the plane. What the fuck is you saying? I ain't never stepped out of my lane. Gentlemen, we gon' need time. For what I want, we
I'm assuming this is you. It's fine. We get it. Well, here they are, the gentlemen that are joining us this evening as we talk all things Until. They go by the names of Shaz. Shaz,
yes,
what's happening, homie?
How are you doing?
Good. I like your cheese scope, man.
Thank you. It goes up.
It goes soft up. And then of course we have other guys out here. I'm talking about Tuli Stark. You're also in the building.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it's not the first time you've heard the name of Tuli Stark.
Yeah.
Because you want to tell us quickly what you do outside of this.
Outside of this, I'm an artist. Tuli Stark, Tuli 2, aka Tuli Who Baby, a musician from the Off Boys. Yeah.
That's a lot of words.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's I'm teaching you. I see you.
And of course, Honks as well is in the building. What's up, my man?
What's up? How you doing?
You're gonna have to use that microphone for me.
How you doing? You well?
Good, man. Good. Sorry, because you don't look like you rap, so we didn't give you.
I used to. Because otherwise you will,
Yeah. So, like I've mentioned, only 3 of you are here, but of course there is a whole squad, 11 if I'm not incorrect, of you guys that are in this Until thing. It falls under the 10 Media Group. But what is Until? Can you explain that?
Actually, there's 7 of us now.
What did you do? Survivor?
No, we did have to make some business decisions, but
okay.
There's 7 of us now, and we're a marketing agency and events coordinating agency. So life has been good to us.
Okay, so Honks, listen, when it comes to starting a business, right, everybody has any sort of anxiety or fear-based behavior where you're like, am I going to survive? Is this going to be a success? And then could you sort of all agree on one thing where you guys are like, listen, is this a feasible business decision? Are we actually going to make money?
I think it all comes down to, well, for us, purpose and profit. One, why are you doing what you're doing? I think we came to a point in our lives where we realized that we had a little bit of relevance in the community, and we had a responsibility to create a space within this industry because people were following us and all of that, to entertain them, to create something that is exciting for young black South Africans, So we had found our purpose and we wanted to really work on that. And the moment we were able to turn that into a little bit of profit, that's when we sort of realized, okay, we've got a going concern. Yeah, let's do something that is tangible, something that is fruitful for the country, and that point in our lives was when it turned from just being us throwing cool parties to us really running a business that was profitable.
I think we'll get into the business of it a little bit later on, but I know one thing you guys are very passionate about and you guys talk about a lot is youth development. And I want to find about the initiatives that you guys have outside of making events for parties.
For parties, yeah. I think as an agency, our really principal ethos is about social cohesion. So everything you do needs to speak to that. And we've done that through the eventing side by making sure we have an all-inclusive sort of society from your Fake Fridays to your Sunday roast to Pajama Party. We have 1,000 people in pajamas, which is traditionally unsafe, but because of the environment we've tried to bring in our eventing, it sort of speaks to the space that brings everyone together. And we've done that really well with Genesis All Black as an eventing sort of platform where we've said we believe in the impossible dream. It sounds very airy-fairy, but when you break it down, it's really about bringing people from all creeds, colors, races, sexual orientations together in a space to celebrate unity and forget about what's going on outside of those four walls for a minute, you know.
Okay.
And that really has extended to some of the initiatives that we've had in a group called South Africa that was created a long time ago, where we came together and we made a thing called TrendingSA, which is really about outreach and giving back to people. It's a winter drive. Unfortunately, we weren't able to do it this year, but it's something that we're very passionate about still. We're passionate about youth development, so there's a product called Live at the Office that we do, where we get young and upcoming talent to be on greater stages in order to better themselves. And they end up on our stages in terms of the music, so it comes full circle when you're at our events as well. And we've also assisted in really great community development. We've done a library drive where we've refurbished a library in a school that's in a township, and just different touch points on a daily basis. I mean, that we try and make sure that we're reaching out and building the community at large.
I really like that. I like that it's inclusive. I like that there's safe spaces. Is it something that everybody has access to?
100%. I mean, if you're over 18. But yeah, we try our best to really reach as many people as possible in as many spaces. Of course, we're regional at the moment, with our events only being really in Cape Town, Durban and Johannesburg through some of our affiliates. But we really try and make sure that we don't stick to the quote-unquote black quota of musicians and or artists that we bring to the table. When we started out in 2013, we brought out Das Kapital, someone who was relatively unknown to the urban market, but that opened up a new space and a new market. We're at Opikopi again this year for the second time this year, where we've got a stage there. We've just completed the second time where we were on an Ultra stage, the first hip-hop stage at Ultra, I think Ultra South Africa, if not globally. So we really try penetrate different sort of markets in order to become inclusive in the product offerings that we have.
Is it priced nicely as well?
I mean, it's $220 for like 20 artists for Genesis All Black, so it's not too bad.
Okay. You know? I think that's important as well. I mean, especially if you're saying...
It's a value offer.
And our agency offering's good. You know, if Trending needs a new logo, we got you some social strategies.
So I knew you were here to sell something.
I just want a husband, guys.
All right, so Hogs, I want to ask you something. I said I'm going to come back to it. It is the business of it all. But also, you guys started off as guys that were doing it just to turn a profit, like you said, like a small line or something. Do the two come together and work, where you're a hustler and you become a business and turn this into a business? Does it have to balance at some point, or does one go away?
I think there's one that you don't have to think too much about. I mean, it goes without saying that if you really want to make it in life, you have to persevere and you have to work hard, and that hustle is always there, you know. But you can't sit down and think about hustling. You have to go out and do it. So our focus is mainly on building the business and making it make sense, so that we're not out there just, you know, shooting and missing and hitting and hoping, you know. We're out there doing something that is strategically planned, something that is aligned with what we believe in as a company. And so that hustle is already a day-to-day that we know without having to say it. So to answer you, our focus is on building the business, and that business needs to serve people in a way that they can look at us and say, you know what, these guys aren't just out there for profit. Yes, their business is growing, but at the end of the day, they are trying to serve us in a way that is satisfying.
You know, I'm going to go a little bit off script here, but I would like to see more women on your team, and I'm curious to know why there aren't more women on your team.
Because
she's embarrassed.
She's embarrassed. But Amahle is one of our captains, actually, of the ship. She is left to our general manager, who's Tandile, and she's next in line in terms of port of call. She whips us in shape. And we've got Lonabo, who's our digital and our social media manager. And I mean, it's a small shop, you know, and we're really trying to grow it, regardless of what your agenda is. And that door is always open. Sia Mafanya is a young, thriving intern who's also coming through the ranks for us. And, as time goes on,
Okay.
You're going to get there.
We just didn't want to bring all 20 of us.
We don't have enough chairs for that. So very quickly, gents. Okay, I'll tell you this. I'm having a very informal pajama party. I heard you guys say something. It's not an event. No one's paying to get there. But I'm sure there is a young someone that's out there that is thinking of getting into events, whether they're in the Eastern Cape somewhere, in the middle of Bloemfontein somewhere, but they want to really get into events. So what's your quick checklist of things that you must have if you want to get into events?
Security, music, we're allowed to say booze on television.
I mean,
my mom is
yes.
gonna kill me. Booze, and just make sure your friends are around. I think.
Yeah.
Toilets.
Toilets.
Yeah.
And this all started with our friends. I mean, we've never paid anyone really for social amplification as such, and it's really just reaching out in your community that you have, because that's where it all starts. I mean, your big businesses, your Nikes, etc., they all had to start influencing within the community they're in and not trying to do too much in a short span of time. So I think we've really started to cultivate that culture within our spaces. And yeah, if there's anyone out there who wants to do what we do, just hit your friends up on WhatsApp and just host them. Take it from
That's
there.
quite remarkable. I think these young men are certainly the actualized dream of what Tata Mandela would have liked to have seen in the future.
Good. We love it. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us. Plus the other 4 that couldn't make it, and then the 7,000 interns, and then all that sort of thing. Please, good luck with all the events that you have in the future.
Thank you.
And yeah, let's do this thing, man. Young people doing amazing things. It's time for us to go for an ad break. When we come back, what's up on WhatsApp?